Hi, just a brief tour of the new EEVblog lab. If you haven't seen my previous video, I'm moving my lab after, what, 7.5 years or something at least in the old 50 square meter lab. I've got one double the size nearby. For those who ask the most common question, yes, I still have access to the same dumpster room. Don't worry about it. Video. Oh no, I just released a video today of the dumpster find for the 4K TV. Anyway, a quick tour. My patrons, thank you to my patron supporters. They've already seen last week only I can do a 25-minute, I think it's about 25-minute tour of an empty room. So it talks about all the financials and stuff of a place like this and business parks and other things. It's a more extensive tour. This will just be a brief thing. Not even close to finished setting up yet, but anyway, let's go have a squiz, shall we? This will be a single take video, so please excuse the crudity of the model. Didn't have time to build it, to scale or to paint it. Ta-da! This is the new EEVblog lab. It's very similar to my previous one. You might notice the benches. We just finished moving these in. And yeah, we've got the existing 3 benches like this. We've got the existing shelving, and I've been asked this a lot over the years, so I will answer this now. What is this shelving I've got? Because you've seen this in many of my previous videos of the old lab over the years, and none of that shelving is attached to the wall. It's just on feet, which go out like that. It's like there's a short one in the middle, but there's like a longer one over this side here, like that, longer one over there, so you don't have to attach anything to the walls. Great for a place like this where you're renting. So, you know, you don't want to be drilling stuff into walls and stuff like that, because you have to make good at the end of the lease and repair it and return it and repaint it to its original condition. So, if you don't know, these are actually IKEA shelves. A lot of people want these, but unfortunately they don't make it anymore. And here it is. It's the IKEA, it's the Broder system. Not a weird name, it's just Broder. That's all right. Some of the IKEA names are hilarious. Anyway, yeah, this is the Broder system. They don't make it anymore. I had a combination of metal shelves like this one, which are like, you know, this mesh type stuff, which is good and bad. Probably bad from a dust point of view because they're not as easy to wipe, but you know, I think they look better than the wooden ones. And yeah, so you can adjust those. They've got bracing along the top, and they're just freestanding shelves like this. They're absolutely fantastic for a bench situation like this. So sorry, you can't buy it anymore, but I think there is an EEVblog forum thread of people trying to find source similar ones these days. Maybe if I can dig it up, I'll let you know. Anyway, I think I've decided that I'm only going to keep these 2 metal ones, because if you remember the old lab, I had shelves. I posted the tour video at the end of this if you haven't seen it. I had shelving going all the way along here, and they just filled up with crap, and I don't think I want that anymore. So what I'm going to do is, this is probably going to be like a main lab workbench, like an actual, you know, lab with permanent instruments set up and stuff like that. This, most likely this one, or maybe this one over here, will be my main filming one, where I stand behind the camera and, you know, do my hand thing and my stuff. So yeah, I'll probably so let me know whether or not I should have those shelves. I don't think I should, because I think they're just going to fill up with crap and make the room look a bit messier, perhaps. Something like that. Anyway, these aren't the final positions. We'll probably shuffle them all over. Still got all the instruments. Everything's just packed into this office here. This has 3 offices with windows with a decent view. And so, yeah, I'm probably going to, with sorting these, I'm probably going to have like a color-coded system as a thing, so you don't have to read the stuff. You just put it back based on color code. So red might be cables, blue might be connectors, or, you know, like other things might be, you know, different color codes. So you can just like categorize things and stuff like that. Anyway, that room's probably going to be the packing and shipping room, we think. Although David thinks that we should turn it into the soldering and inspection, like as in microscope, soldering and inspection room, which is not a bad idea. Anyway, I do believe that middle office is going to be David's, and This one over here is going to be mine. This one looks smaller, but it is actually bigger. I've measured it. Anyway, I've got to put some sound proofing in there, like some sound treatment, probably put bass traps in the corner of the window. So I'll buy those bass traps and just stack them up in the various corners and stuff like that. And over on this side here, we've got another cubicle, which could be the packing and shipping room. It will definitely be the stock room. And I won't do the extensive tour like I did before, but anyway, this is my rack. I haven't put in my Ethernet router yet, but I do have there is 24 outlets in this room or something like that. So there's lots of Ethernet. They left this, what is it, an IPEX, LG, Ericsson, IPEX, PABX type thing, and they left. So that will be, yeah, probably packing and shipping and stock room. Got the obligatory fridge, and this will be, oh, and they left all these, these IPEX phones. So I don't know, is there a use for those? Bueller, if anyone has any clue what I can do with those, let me know. Anyway, that's your traditional kitchenette that you get inside these sorts of offices now. I don't like the look of these. I just really noticed these look, they're not the best quality shelves. I got these from Bunnings, and they were okay in the old lab, but I put them in here and I go, nah. I was going to put the mailbag shelf there, but I decided against it. So it's kind of, I don't know if that'll be the final configuration or not, but that'll be storage of stuff. Other stuff which I'm not using long term will go down in the bunker. So I'm probably going to cut down on the number of shelves I have, because I like the fact that this looks really big and open like this. I entertained the idea, and I still might have it, of having a big island table in the middle or something, like a big boardroom table or something, so that you can just, just open boxes and do other stuff with. Now, this is a bit of not really a change, but my mailbag, I think I might change it so it's like this. The camera will probably go back a bit. Let me know what you think about this. Probably framing like that perhaps, and that will be the new mailbag position. So let me know what you think about that. I did put a poll on Twitter saying whether or not I should have a green screen there so I could have a different location each week, like Jim Williams's lab or somebody else's lab. We could have, a viewer contributed lab photo or something, and then I could put it in the background, but it's a lot, it's sticking around in editing. It's hard to get green screen right. It's messy, but 85% I think of people said they want the traditional racks. So there you go. I might angle them like that, and that could look really interesting. I don't know, I'll put it in the back corner. If you've got any ideas, let me know, but I'll be sitting in the middle. So that will be the location. You want to frame it. You don't want it to look like that. So framing wise, I'll probably frame it like that. So I have the camera back. I might have to use my wireless mic now. So anyway, yep, got the arcade machine, and that's about it. So there you go. That's a tour of the lab. As I said, patrons have access to another 25-minute video talking about all the financials of a place like this, and why I'm consolidating, why I'm renting instead of buying, and all that sort of jazz. So that's only available to patrons. Sorry, got to have some perks. Anyway, let me know what you think about the new lab. We're still moving in. I'll start shooting some new videos. I've got a new world exclusive instrument that's about to be released. So I'll release like a teaser, demo-y, not a full review, a couple of days before release on that one. I think it's 13th of November or something like that. So anyway, that's the new lab. Let me know what you think about the mailbag and other various stuff, shelving. Oh, by the way, should I keep? Also, I forgot. I haven't brought over the ESD matting, but you see how it's gone all horrid. I've done a video on this. You see how it's just filthy. You cannot clean this. It's the UV that's affected. Look, you can see the different colors of this matting. And it's probably okay for mailbag bench, but you've probably seen in my, just my regular behind camera ones on the main bench, you've probably seen that it just looks filthy. So should I actually get new ESD matting or not? So I need like I think I got a 10-meter roll last time, and I put it right along there. like that. So, but it's, you know, it's $300-400 or something at least for a 10-meter roll of this ESD matting. I wouldn't buy the same one again because they're just going to, the UV is just going to kill it. That's what we believe has done it. And once you get these stains in, you cannot get them out. Tried all sorts of Windex and other chemical, you know, cleaning type things. It just doesn't come out. It's just horror stuff. It embeds itself in the rubber matting, and it's just, yeah, it's hopeless. So give me a vote whether or not I should have new ESD matting or keep the old crusty, authentic, you know, used look. Anyway, let me know. And oh, I don't know, maybe I'd like sell my old ESD matting. Screen used. Catch you next time.